What if I told you the secret to high-end home decor isn't buying more? It's learning to see what you already own with new eyes. Today I'm giving a fresh, elevated makeover to a few thrifted pieces that I already had in my home, because sometimes your next big decor win is already in your space, waiting for a second chance. If you're new here, I'm Natalie and I teach you how to create high-end luxury looks on a thrift store budget. And I believe beautiful spaces shouldn't have to cost a fortune. They should reflect your creativity. And while I'm refreshing my home decor, I'm also doing something a little different, the 30-day declutter challenge. And if you're doing this with me, stick around because I've got a quick check-in and a few encouragements to keep you going strong. And this whole cozy vibe I'm creating today wouldn't be complete without a little help from my sous vide, today's sponsor. Big thank you to them. Let's get into the projects. And this first one is one that I have been wanting to do for months and months. And that is a huge art piece. Now, if you were with me when I went thrifting for this piece, you will know that I kind of hemmed and hawed whether or not to buy it. It was this huge piece of art that was like probably 36 inches wide by 48 inches tall, very large, and it was only $35. Now, I didn't love the art per se. It was fine. It's just not really my style. But the frame and just the sheer size of it made it like a worthwhile buy for sure. And the first thing we're gonna do is remove all of the stuff on the inside, and then we're gonna spray paint the frame. Now, normally I would love this gold finish on the frame, but it is going in my bedroom and I have more bronzes, and I think it will make more sense in there by doing a bronze colored spray paint. But I want some of that gold to show through, so I'm gonna try to do kind of like a light dusting. I don't want it to look like I just didn't get enough paint on. I want it to look intentional, so we'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, let's remove all of that and then we'll go from there. I ended up taking out all of the staples, and that is because they were gonna break the glass if I left them in. I just know it. And then I removed the glass. We are not gonna be using the glass because I ordered a canvas. Once I got it deconstructed, I wanted to change the finish on the frame, not because I didn't like the color, but because I felt like this finish would work a little bit better in my space. And that was just using kind of like a bronzy, like coppery bronzy color. I actually ended up using two different colors, and I did kind of a light dusting on it and let some of that gold show through. Not much of it pokes through, but just a little bit to add a little bit texture. Let that fully dry. Okay, now we're gonna work on the artwork, which I ordered off of Amazon like months ago and just been waiting to do this project. I designed the image using AI, so I may make that available. We are gonna make it sized to fit this. I sized it as close as I could, and we'll cut it down to match. We took the art piece and used that as a template. I want to say it was $35. It was super affordable. So I was really surprised when it showed up and it was actually canvas. I will link where I ordered that through on Amazon below if you want to do something similar, because it was such a good buy. And then I tried the Mod Podge. It wasn't sticky enough. I do think in the end, when the Mod Podge dries, it will help adhere it a little bit better. And in the meantime, I just kind of taped it on to our art print that we are covering up. And I just like taped it on the frame, honestly, and that worked just to hold it in place. I do think in the end, when the Mod Podge dries, it will help adhere it a little bit better. And in the meantime, I just kind of taped it on to our art print that we are covering up. And then I just put it back in the frame and taped it into place, and that's it. And it looks so good in my bedroom. I love it. I had one wall that had a large art print, but there was a lot of empty space, so I decided to take advantage of that. That one was super easy. Any of you guys can do it. Our next project, I believe, originally came from Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure I picked it up at a thrift store. I've had it for a couple years and it's just been kicking around in a closet. I just didn't love the sage green color for my decor, and it was just looked a little bit rustic. And yes, I'm going to be using a lot of black paint because that's what works for my home and what I like as an accent, but feel free to substitute this idea for whatever color works for your decor. So I spray painted it in black. I let it dry. This project, you're gonna die how easy it is. Okay, you guys, I am really excited about this because it's really easy to put together. Basically, all you have to do is screw on this little bottom piece and then screw on the light bulb. It's wireless, rechargeable. I think it would look great right here. And by the way, basically what we need to do is it has this little slides on like this to set it. Basically, that is right there. Since the screws are a little bit longer and our thing is not that thick, I am putting a piece of scrap wood right behind it, and we'll just put that right in the center. As simple as that. Slide it on, and that's it. Oh my goodness, cute. I put it in my entryway and I love it because it's got a lot of personality. It was so super simple, and we have a very elevated little light fixture in our entryway that I absolutely love. You can set this on a timer, and so at night I can set it on a timer for an hour or two and it automatically shuts off. You can recharge it. So I love this project, so easy and so high-end looking. Up next, I had this clock, and I've had this clock for a while, and I think you might have even been with me when I purchased it on one of my trips for a couple years, and I keep thinking I'm gonna do something with it, and I never did. And so this was the time, because it was like either do something with it now or it's going back to the thrift store, and I didn't want that. I was actually surprised how easy it was to pop out the little clock from the center, and then you guessed it, painted it all out in a black spray paint. This is still drying and a little tacky, but I thought we could come out here and weigh some options on ways to embellish it. The first thing I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a square of this and put it on the square here, and that will just give it a little bit of, hopefully, elegance is what I'm hoping for. I didn't want to figure out how to change out the face of the clock, so we are going to be working with the face frame, which I don't hate. It's just a little bit more yellowy ivory color. So, however, I don't like the shiny gold on it, so what we will do is we'll tape this off and we will rub and buff that. And then I brought a whole assortment of goodies because we have got to decide what are we gonna do on the top and the bottom. I think we're headed in a good direction. So I may just tape this off and spray paint it. Instead of doing rub and buff, I might just spray paint everything. So here we go. All right, we're gonna wear my gloves. These are from my Aaliyah line. They're very thick, and you can usually get a few uses out of them, but they're awesome. They're nitrile, so they're latex free and protect your manicure. Okay, and this is premium metallic foil. It's my favorite gold. So we got all of that in gold, and then we need to let the clock and all of the embellishments dry. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break while some things are drying. I figured I could come in here and get dinner started and maybe do one of the tasks on my 30-day declutter challenge.
Yeah, you heard that, right?
If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I am on a quest to get my home decluttered and organized, and I will link the episode where I share all about that in the description box. But before we do the declutter task, I'm going to get dinner started and tell you about Sous Vide. A big thank you to them for partnering with me on this episode. Now, you've seen me use this before, and yes, it's still holding a spot on my countertop, which is saying a lot, especially with my little declutter challenge. If you're new to Sous Vide, it's a smart countertop appliance and meal delivery service that literally makes dinner while I get everything else done, making life so much simpler, especially when I'm trying to purge everything. This is just gonna simplify everything. So real quick, we're gonna take this out. And today we're making chicken enchilada bowl. And I'm gonna show you just how easy it is. So it has like a recipe card and it tells you what's in the top zone and what's in the bottom zone. So this one I pulled from the freezer, but a lot of times you can store it in the refrigerator, and it gives you the option to cook it from frozen or from refrigerated. Also, it refrigerates it for you if you want to put it on in the morning and have it done at a certain time. I ever really have to add that's from my pantry is it calls for some olive oil and salt and pepper. So then this goes in the top zone because per the instructions, this goes in the bottom. And then it's so easy. You just turn on the machine, and then there's a little like circle thing that you tap on the machine. Servings from frozen and cook now. Okay, we've been using the Sous Vide meals a lot lately during project weeks when my brain's in DIY mode and meal planning is just not happening. But I also love that it's not just for meal kits. I've used this to slow cook and air fry modes for our own recipes too. The food turns out so good, and the best part is there's no prep, no pileup of dirty pans, no wasted ingredients, just dinner done. It's so easy. If you're craving peace in the kitchen, the same way we're clearing space in the rest of the house, this is one small switch that makes a big difference. You can try a Sous Vide totally risk-free for 100 days, which is amazing. A big thank you to them once again for partnering with me on this episode. We're gonna let that cook, and while it's cooking, we're gonna go organize the dreaded junk drawer. So let's go do that. Don't mind the chaos behind me. This, if you've been following me on my DIY channel, is the monstrosity makeover that we're turning into a fireplace. And if you're good, I might give you a sneak peek here in just a second, maybe later in the episode. We are actually finally making some good headway. In the meantime, while that's cooking, I'm so excited about that. I'm so hungry and it smells amazing. We are gonna do the dreaded junk drawer. You know, you can see that I have attempted to try to make some sense of organization with these little baskets, and it gets out of control after a while. So we are gonna go ahead and just go through this and put things away that should be somewhere else. I've got the trash can right here. We can toss things right here. And so this was like baking instructions for cookies that have been long gone for a while. This might be good to keep this basket because it looks like I had pencils and pens, 2 random blue stones that honestly should be in my craft room. I'm not even sure. Also, I've got a bunch of these organizers from Dollar Tree, and so we're gonna use those to kind of organize. Okay, now what's going back in here is we'll keep that. We'll keep that. We'll put that in there. Are you kidding me? That looks amazing. I won't bring you with me to return all these to their homes, but we'll take a couple more minutes and do that. That took me like 10 minutes and it is amazing. Woohoo! With everything dried, now it's time to assemble, and it's gonna be super easy. I'm excited about this. So all we need to do is I cut a little 4" by 4" square of this black kind of marbly contact paper, which you're gonna see again in just a second. So stay tuned for that super fun project. Just put it on the face frame. Then I tried to like use a razor blade to cut out like the circle for the frame. It didn't want to really stick. And I think that was because there was still a little moisture in the paint. It wasn't that it was tacky, but it wasn't like super hard. And so it didn't want to stick, but it's okay. We're going to go with it. And I think in the end it will be just fine. So I got that hole cut out, and then I peeled off the tape for our little clock face and put the clock face back in. Now we need to add our little gold embellishments. And so what I did is I got one of my Dollar Tree epoxy kits, 5-minute epoxy. This stuff dries so hard and it's awesome. So I mixed that up, and then I put a little dab of it on each one of the feet, put those on, let that dry. And then we did the same on the little gold handle. And all of these little details are gonna just make this so cute. And then we don't need to let it sit long because it dries in 5 minutes, but you know, maybe let it set up for like 10. But in the end, this looks really, really cute. But before I show you the reveal for this one, I'm gonna make you wait a second because we've got one really quick project that we gotta get out of the way first so you can get like the full effect. And remember how I mentioned that we are gonna be using some of that contact paper again? It is on that lamp that I made over in a previous episode with a cheetah print contact paper. I love the cheetah print, and I have cheetah print in a lot of different areas. So I thought it would be fun to change this out and show you how easy it is. So I cut it out to basically the size, really close, and I wrapped it around the lamp. Now there was a little extra on the bottom, which I intentionally did, and then I just razored off the excess on the bottom, and that is it. And I really love the way this looks. I think it looks super high end and really, really custom. Yeah, I love this, and it was so like a 5-minute project, super easy. I styled the whole entryway so you can kind of see all of our projects. These were so easy. So easy to like elevate it, make it look fresh, make it look custom for my place. I think that the clock looks adorable. I love how it turned out. I think the lamp looks amazing. I think the little light on that backer board turned out great. And all of these projects are in the entryway, and I love the way the entryway turned out. I used things that I already had on hand, didn't buy anything new. It was all stuff that was already in my house. And so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, you want a sneak peek of the family room that we're working on? Okay, don't judge. You thought the junk drawer was bad. It's construction chaos over here. All right, here we go. Isn't this awesome? Just to give you a sneak peek. So this was the monstrosity. It's been torn down. We have built these arched niches, which will have some cabinets on the bottom and then a couple of shelves in the niche. And then we'll do some lighting fixtures over that. And then I am currently working on this mantle, which I am super excited about. It's looking really good. I've got a little bit of issues with crown molding. Crown molding is super hard. It breaks my brain, but we're working on it and we'll get it figured out. And then up here, we're gonna be using this stone in this middle area, except for here, which is where we're gonna mount the TV. But super fun, right? If you're not following me over on my channel, DIY to the Nines, you are missing out on a ton of fun. That's where I'm doing all of my bigger projects, home renovations, big DIY projects, and hit subscribe. And I know a lot of you haven't because you probably think it's the same channel. It's not, it's a second channel. And I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and follow me over there, because this is where we do these fun projects. It's so much fun, huh? Sometimes we chase after the new, thinking that's the only way to feel refreshed in our home. But maybe the real luxury is learning to fall in love with what you already have and taking the time to make it feel just right. Whether you're flipping a thrifted find, clearing out a drawer, or just lighting a candle at the end of a long day, you're creating a home with intention, and that really matters. Okay, dinner's done. Let's pull it out and check it out. Oh, Oh my goodness, it's like a little casserole. It smells amazing. Dinner's ready. My family is gonna love it. A big thank you to Suvi for partnering with me on this episode. Make sure you click on the link to get your 100-day trial risk-free. And I think you're gonna love it. It's so super easy. It couldn't be easier, and it will make your life so amazing and simplified. And if you enjoyed this episode, here's another one that I think you'll like as well. And to all of you, I just want to remind you that you are powerful. We'll see you next time. Bye. All right, we're gonna give this a little taste, and I'll let you know how it is. So good, so good. See ya.